You don't need me to tell you that growing older comes with changes. Changes in your energy, your strength, even your confidence. One day you might notice that getting out of a chair feels a little harder than it used to. Or that climbing stairs leaves you a bit more winded. You may even feel like your arms or legs have become smaller, thinner, weaker. Not because of weight loss, but because something else is happening. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of older adults experience this same silent shift. It's called sarcopenia, a progressive loss of muscle that begins as early as your 50s and becomes more serious with every passing decade. It affects your balance, your independence, and your quality of life. And for many, it increases the risk of falling, breaking a bone, and being hospitalized. But here's what you may not know. Your muscle isn't just sitting there doing nothing. It's constantly being built and broken down every single day. Even right now, as you're sitting and watching this, and that process doesn't stop just because you've turned 60 or 70, or even 90. Here's the truth. Your body still wants to build muscle. You just need to give it the right tools. And here's the even better news. Science now shows that a single ingredient, something found in everyday food, may help rebuild muscle in seniors, even in those who don't exercise regularly. That's right. One ingredient that works naturally with your biology to stimulate muscle growth, protect strength, and even fight off the effects of aging. No pills, no powders, no complicated regimens, just real nutrition, supported by real research. Today, I'm going to share with you exactly what that ingredient is, how it works inside your body, and what you need to do to start seeing the benefits. And even if you're dealing with chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or arthritis, this information still applies to you. Because this ingredient doesn't just help your muscles, it helps your whole body, from your metabolism to your immune system to your brain. And most importantly, it helps you regain what so many people lose with age: strength, independence, and confidence in your own body. My name is Dr. William Lee. I'm a physician, researcher, and advocate for using food as medicine. I believe that the human body is hardwired for health. And when you feed your body the right things, you're not just preventing disease, you're unlocking its ability to heal, to grow, and to thrive, even in your later years. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered what happened to the strength you used to have, if you've ever worried about becoming frail or feared becoming dependent on others, or if you simply want to stay strong, mobile, and healthy for years to come, then this video is for you. We're going to walk through the science. I'll show you how this ingredient works, what to combine it with, and how to make it a part of your life, starting today. Because no matter your age, it is never too late to rebuild strength. Your body is still listening. You just have to give it the right message. And I'm going to show you how. Let's begin. As we age, one of the most invisible but dangerous health changes that occurs in the body is the gradual loss of muscle. This isn't the kind of muscle loss you notice right away. It doesn't announce itself with pain or swelling. It doesn't cause fever or make you feel sick. In fact, many people lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade after the age of 30 without even knowing it. But the consequences over time are significant. Muscle isn't just for lifting weights or looking fit. It plays a vital role in nearly every part of your health. Your muscles keep you stable when you walk. They help you maintain your posture when you sit. They cushion your bones when you fall. They regulate your blood sugar, protect your joints, and even support your immune system. Now here's something most people don't know. Muscle is an incredibly active tissue. It's not just there for strength. It's metabolically alive. It communicates with your brain, your bones, and your fat cells. It plays a key role in managing insulin sensitivity, which means strong muscles help prevent type 2 diabetes. It produces proteins that regulate inflammation and keep your body's healing processes running smoothly. So when muscle is lost, especially in older adults, it's not just a matter of feeling weaker. It's about losing one of the body's most powerful protectors. That's why sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, is now recognized as a major risk factor for disability, falls, fractures, hospital stays, and even premature death. But here's the good news. Your muscle can respond positively to the right support, no matter how old you are. And while exercise is extremely important, not everyone has the ability to exercise vigorously. Some seniors are recovering from injury. Others may have arthritis, chronic pain, or mobility issues that limit their physical activity. So the question becomes, is there anything else you can do to protect and rebuild muscle, even if you aren't able to exercise every day? And the answer is yes. Absolutely yes. Today I want to focus on a single ingredient, one that has been quietly studied for years, one that most people don't think about when they consider muscle strength. But science now shows it can significantly improve muscle mass, muscle function, and strength. Even in seniors who are mostly sedentary, this ingredient is leucine. It's an essential amino acid, which means your body cannot make it on its own. You must get it from your diet. But here's what makes leucine different. It's not just any amino acid, it's a trigger. It activates a process in your muscle cells called muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, it tells your body to build new muscle. And without enough leucine in your diet, this signal becomes weaker and weaker with age. That's one of the reasons why older adults often struggle to rebuild muscle, even if they eat plenty of protein. Their muscles become less responsive to regular dietary protein. They need more of the key building blocks, and leucine is at the very top of that list. It's the spark that ignites the engine of muscle growth. And when you get enough of it consistently, it can help maintain and even rebuild lean muscle mass with or without formal exercise. Now, where do you get leucine? This is where things get practical. Leucine is found in many protein-rich foods, but some sources are much more effective than others. And when we talk about the best source of leucine that can be easily consumed by older adults safely and without causing digestive issues or excess calories, the answer is surprisingly simple: fermented soybeans, specifically in the form of tempeh. Tempeh is a traditional food that originated in Indonesia. It's made by fermenting whole soybeans into a firm, cake-like product that's easy to cook, easy to digest, and incredibly nutrient-dense. What makes tempeh so powerful is that it is rich in leucine and contains a full spectrum of essential amino acids. Unlike some plant-based proteins, tempeh is a complete protein, meaning it provides all the essential building blocks your body needs to repair and grow tissue, including muscle. In scientific studies, older adults who consumed soy protein with high levels of leucine showed better muscle retention, improved strength, and less fatigue compared to those who consumed standard protein alone. The fermentation process also makes tempeh easier to digest, which is particularly important for seniors who may struggle with bloating, indigestion, or poor protein absorption. Plus, tempeh is rich in beneficial nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and iron, all of which contribute to muscle function and bone health. Now, this isn't just about adding one food to your plate. This is about making a consistent choice to support your muscle health through nutrition. And because tempeh is so versatile, it can be enjoyed in a variety of ways: grilled, sautéed, added to soups or stews, or simply pan-fried in a little olive oil. It absorbs flavor beautifully and fits well into most diets, including vegetarian, diabetic-friendly, or heart-healthy diets. But the key here is consistency. Your body rebuilds itself one day at a time. And while one meal won't change everything, daily habits do. Just like brushing your teeth protects your gums, feeding your muscles the right fuel every day helps preserve your strength, your mobility, and your independence. Let me pause here for a moment and remind you of something important. If you are already experiencing signs of muscle loss like thinning legs, weakness, slower walking speed, or difficulty rising from a chair, please know that it's not too late. Muscle is an adaptive tissue, and even small changes in your diet, like increasing your intake of leucine-rich foods such as tempeh, can have a meaningful impact. The human body is remarkably responsive to the right support, and it doesn't take months to notice a difference. For many people, energy improves within weeks, balance gets better, sleep improves. Even the act of standing up feels less exhausting. You don't have to overhaul your entire life. You don't need a gym membership. You just need to give your body the raw materials it's been quietly asking for. Leucine, protein, nutrients that restore instead of deplete. And as we continue in this video, I want to explain how leucine works inside your cells, what the latest research tells us about its effects in older adults, and how to use this information to create a daily routine that's simple, sustainable, and deeply nourishing. Inside your body right now, there are millions of tiny processes occurring every second. Cells are receiving signals, nutrients are being absorbed, waste is being removed, and muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. This rebuilding process is called muscle protein synthesis. It's how your body repairs and strengthens muscle fibers after use, and it's how you maintain the strength that lets you walk, climb stairs, carry groceries, or simply stand up from a chair. But here's the part most people don't know. After age 60, your muscle cells don't respond to protein in the same way they did when you were younger. You may still eat well, you may get enough calories and even hit your daily protein targets, but something changes deep inside the cell. The muscle becomes what scientists call resistant. It doesn't respond as strongly to the normal protein signal. This is known as anabolic resistance, and it's one of the main reasons why seniors lose muscle mass even if they don't lose weight and even if they're eating regularly. So what can overcome this resistance? This is where leucine comes in. Leucine is one of 3 branched-chain amino acids. The others are isoleucine and valine. But leucine plays a very unique role. It directly stimulates a master switch in your cells called mTOR. That stands for mammalian target of rapamycin. Now don't worry, you don't need to remember the name. What's important is what mTOR does. It's the biological switch that tells your body to build muscle. When leucine enters your bloodstream and reaches your muscle cells, it flips this switch on. It activates mTOR and starts the process of muscle protein synthesis. Imagine this, like a light in a dark room. Without leucine, the switch stays off. Your muscles remain inactive. With leucine, the switch flips on. Your body begins rebuilding strength. This process is particularly crucial for seniors, because it can help overcome the natural resistance that develops with age. But here's the key. It only happens when you get enough leucine. Small amounts aren't enough. Studies have shown that older adults need more leucine per meal than younger adults to get the same muscle building effect. For some people, that might mean consuming 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal, a level that's often missed in typical Western diets. Tempeh, which we discussed earlier, offers one of the highest leucine contents among plant-based proteins. Just 100 grams of tempeh can provide nearly 2 grams of leucine, along with a full range of other essential amino acids. It's an efficient, natural, and accessible way to deliver the muscle-stimulating dose of leucine that seniors need. Let's now take a moment to talk about some of the science. Clinical studies conducted on older adults have shown remarkable benefits from leucine-enriched diets. In one study, seniors over the age of 65 were given meals containing a higher leucine content. After just a few weeks, researchers observed increases in muscle protein synthesis, better muscle maintenance, and improvements in functional strength, even among participants who were not engaging in regular resistance training. In another trial, elderly patients recovering from hospitalization were provided with a leucine-rich nutritional supplement. The group receiving leucine showed significantly better recovery of lean muscle mass compared to the group that received standard nutrition. These results are not surprising when you understand how closely linked nutrition is to muscle biology. Your muscles are constantly remodeling themselves based on the signals they receive, and leucine sends one of the strongest possible signals to grow and protect muscle. What's even more encouraging is that the benefits of leucine are not limited to bodybuilders or elite athletes. They extend to everyday people, men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, who simply want to preserve their independence and quality of life. But this brings us to another critical point. It's not just about one ingredient on one day. It's about creating a routine that supports your muscles every single day. And this is where your daily choices matter more than you might think. Every meal is an opportunity to give your body what it needs. When you start each day with enough leucine and continue that pattern through lunch and dinner, you build a steady rhythm that your body recognizes. Over time, that rhythm supports stronger muscles, better balance, less fatigue, and even improved recovery from illness or injury. Think about what that means for your real life. It means you may have an easier time walking to the mailbox. It means you may feel steadier when stepping out of the shower. It means you may recover faster after a cold or surgery. And yes, it means you can live more fully, with more energy and less fear of falling or becoming dependent on others. Now, I want to be very clear. Leucine is not a magic pill. It's not a replacement for physical activity. Movement is still essential, and even light walking or stretching can amplify the benefits of leucine. But for those who are limited by pain, fatigue, or chronic illness, leucine offers a critically important tool to support your body's strength without needing to lift weights or go to the gym. And for those who are active, leucine can help you get even more out of your efforts. In the next segment, I'll walk you through exactly how to structure your meals for optimal leucine intake, how to combine leucine-rich foods with other nutrients that support muscle growth, and how to identify the early warning signs of muscle loss, so you can act before it becomes a serious problem. But before we do that, I want you to take a deep breath and remember something important. Your body is always listening. It's listening to what you eat. It's listening to how you move, and it's always ready to respond. No matter your age, your body has the ability to rebuild, to heal, and to get stronger. And that power begins with the choices you make each day, starting with something as simple and as powerful as the right nutrient at the right time. As we come to the close of this important conversation, I want to leave you with a reminder, not just about leucine and not just about muscle, but about what it truly means to thrive as we grow older. Because the truth is, aging is not a slow decline. It's a continuous opportunity. It's your body asking you to listen a little more closely, to give it just a bit more of what it needs. And in return, it offers you something extraordinary: resilience, vitality, and strength, even when you thought it was slipping away. The research is clear. Losing muscle is not inevitable. Frailty is not your future, and weakness is not your destiny. With the right tools and the right nutrients, you can turn the tide. You can protect the muscle you already have. You can rebuild what you've lost. And yes, you can become stronger, not by pushing harder in the gym, but by nourishing your body in a smarter way. This is where leucine becomes more than just a nutrient. It becomes a daily act of care, a signal to your muscles that you still need them, a message to your cells that you are not giving up on strength, a way to preserve your independence, your mobility, your balance, and your confidence all from within, without having to break a sweat. And this is possible whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, because the science of longevity isn't just about extending years, it's about extending strength within those years. It's about standing up out of a chair with ease, walking without fear of falling, picking up your grandchild or carrying your groceries, and doing so not just with effort, but with joy. If you've ever felt like your muscles are fading, if you've noticed that stairs are harder, or if you've caught yourself avoiding activities you used to enjoy, you're not alone. And there's nothing wrong with you. These are signs that your body is asking for support. It's asking for leucine, it's asking for nourishment, and it's ready to respond. The next time you sit down for a meal, I encourage you to think about the protein on your plate. Think about whether it contains enough of the building blocks your muscles need. Consider adding leucine-rich foods like tempeh, tofu, eggs, beans, fish, or chicken in a way that's simple, delicious, and sustainable for you. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about patterns. Every meal is a chance to feed your strength. Every day is a new opportunity to protect your body's foundation. If you're someone who lives with limitations, maybe you can't walk far, or you're recovering from surgery or managing chronic illness, This information is especially for you, because building strength without exercise isn't just a hopeful idea. It's a biological reality, backed by decades of research. You can give your muscles what they need, even when movement is limited. And when you do, you give yourself a better chance at recovery, independence, and a longer, more vibrant life. So don't underestimate what your body is capable of. Don't assume that decline is the only path forward. You have more power than you think. And with something as simple and scientifically supported as leucine, you now have a tool that can work quietly, daily, and powerfully inside you. I want to thank you for being here with me today and for caring enough about your health to learn something new that shows strength in itself. Keep asking questions, keep learning, keep choosing foods that heal and support your body. And know that no matter where you are in your journey, it is never too late to build strength from within. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay strong.